Hey there, welcome to a new album review, and today I have Earthside, A Dream in Static, which is an album that, at this point, it should not surprise you. I found on YouTube. Yeah, this is one of those that YouTube just kept recommending me, and I was like, okay, whatever, someday I'll check them out. So much so that I'm subscribed to the fucking channel, right, to the Earthside channel, the band channel. But I never did until now, of course. So I'm here to check it, and essentially in the same vein of a lot of things that got recommended to me here. Pretty much, I have a theory that a lot of these things got recommended to me because I watched Plini's EPs on YouTube. So a lot of the recommendations are in that vein, and this is basically like more prog metal, prog rock type thing, right? You do have a lot of elements sort of the same there. It's mostly metal because there's a lot of like gentiness to it, right? There's a certain funkiness to it and whatnot, right? But it's essentially prog metal. Now, here's the thing. The album, for the most part, has 8 songs. They're all pretty long, but the album is trying to like tell a story. Now, which story, you may ask? I have no fucking idea because I didn't pay enough attention to it, which is unfortunate. Now, as far as I know, the band doesn't actually have a vocalist, and pretty much the songs that did have vocals were featuring an actual vocalist, right? Because not every song has lyrics and has singing, right? So yeah, basically you have 8 songs. The album is an hour long. It's your typical prog metal album, but it's a very solid one. As a whole, the entire project, first of all, the album opens just fantastically in terms of like atmospheric and even on a narrative level. Like it just grabs your attention instantly, right? It instantly piques your interest. You're instantly like, hold on, what's going on? Let me pay attention to this, right? So it starts very strong, and the entire album is very, very strong. Yesterday with Tool, I was talking about how they, especially in the more prog era versus their, I guess, funky grunge era, they do enjoy giving songs more time to breathe and everything, and here is no difference. And that's something that I appreciate a lot about prog, is that the songs do have time to breathe, they have a slow build up, they let the person stew a little bit in what's being played before moving on, right? This album does pretty much the same. Now, this album is far more narrative driven than it is necessarily anything else. Look, as much as a lot of the things here sound cool, you do kind of feel really compelled by the narrative. Even if I didn't really pay that much attention to the lyrics, I do feel like of what the narrative was going on, because the album was going through these, heavier sections, then sort of like slower toned down sections, and then you also have like orchestral instruments playing, like you have parts of especially like the second song, I think it's the second song, is featuring like this symphonic band type thing, orchestral band, whatever, from some place, right? So you do have a lot of elements that definitely contribute to, I would say that this is what was reminding me was a mix between scenes from a Memory by Dream Theater, that sort of prog album, concept album, narrative driven, with almost a film score. Like at points, this album, more than being a prog metal album, reminded me like of a film score, right? As if you're just sort of making music specifically to a scene or a moment or whatever, right? Like the music that plays in the background that essentially makes the stakes and makes the emotion of the scene, right? And I'm not saying this on a negative, I'm saying this on a positive. I think it's really good that the album manages to do that, and it's a very interesting mix for sure, right? It's something that I actually do think the album does really well in incorporating a lot of these elements that are perhaps a little bit more symphonic in nature, right? And it sort of always toes that line of being sort of these heavy prog album, this symphonic album, and just being about the narrative as a whole, right? Because it's all about the narrative. Now, again, I can tell you the narrative because, quite frankly, I did not pay enough attention for that, which is unfortunate, but I can 100% tell you this is the type of album that I bet that I'm gonna just keep listening for the next few days. Pretty much like I did with Age of Aquarius. Like, I think this album was really good. You know what I mean? And I was very, especially because again, like at points, even though I was kind of distracted today, because I had a busy day and I was doing other things when I was listening to this album. My interest kept getting picked. Right, my interest was like, that's very interesting. Like my mind kept going back to the album that was playing, because I was like, oh wait, that actually sounded really cool, right? So it's definitely the type of album that I will 100% go back to, and I definitely do enjoy how honestly good it was. Something else that I do need to mention, because I don't mention this enough, the album art is really cool, and they also have pretty much uploaded the entire thing like in one video, like a full album in one video, like you do sometimes have on YouTube, and they all have like this art on the background for that is different for every single song. They're really good. Like the album art here is incredibly good, and I think it fits really well with the album and especially the atmosphere of the album. And that's something that, for example, the first song does really well. More than just a narrative, it creates this really good atmosphere, right? It creates this sort of I don't even know how to explain it, but it's not necessarily medieval, but it's like sort of this more maybe ethereal, I guess. I guess it's like the most accurate description that I have for it. Sort of atmosphere where like the narrative is gonna play in, right? So in that regard, like I don't know if this is necessarily a concept album, right? But it's definitely on the side of narrative experience, I would say, right? It's sort of in the same vein of Age of Aquarius, definitely. That album. It's pretty much sort of this prog rock type thing, but you have a narrative to accompany it, right? So it's very on that. And I mean, look, I don't know, it's hard for me to like say a lot about it right now, because it's like I'm just sort of enthralled with the entire thing, right? I'm sort of just sitting here like but I kind of want to like repeat the experience, and repeat the experience more than just sort of being able to like have a or a concise opinion, I guess, which is something that tends to happen a lot in the channel. Is I listen to something, I make a review, and then I listen to them later on, which better formulates my opinion, or lets me be more clear, I guess, about my opinion and my relation with things. But yeah, obviously I do enjoy that these reviews are more of I listen to it once, maybe twice, and then I make the review sort of to gauge my interest on it. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely an album that I'm gonna repeat. It's very good. I mean, I don't know, like it's as far as prog goes, like it was reminding me a lot of Scenes from a Memory, but with like a film score, but more like metal, right? Not so much like on the rock side, more like on the metal side. You have some gentleness to it, right? There's some like heaviness to it at points. There's some rhythms that aren't very consistent at points, right? Or I guess they're consistently inconsistent rather, right? Like you definitely do have a lot of like good stuff here, and obviously the mix is really good. I don't know why prog bands always have really good mix, and like again, bass really good. I don't know, like a lot of I find it really interesting, the rise of early 2000s, especially, of a lot of these bands that are just like 4 people in a band, we all play an instrument and it's gonna be super clean, we're all super talented at it, right? We're just gonna like give space for each instrument to shine, and we're gonna call it a day. It's like, okay, cool. I don't know why there's so many bands like that, but cool, I guess, right? So in terms of my vibe meter right now, I don't know, I'm feeling like a 9, I think, a 9 out of 10. So I'm gonna go with my vibe meter and I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. So I'm really, really curious to just come back to this album later on, like in a week, and see did I play it again, how much did I listen to it, what did I think about it, right? But for now it's a 9 out of 10, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new album review.